Greetings folks, meet the MAG-15u, the business entertainment laptop first, gaming, perhaps a little bit on the side with its MX250. Very lightweight here at 3 pounds, magnesium alloy, 65 watt power supply. You could put this in your pocket. This is the lightest 15.6 inch chassis I have ever used. It also has the best battery life out of any laptop I have ever tested, perhaps industry-leading standards in my opinion at this point. And the D brand skins from the MAG-15 will slap right on here, no problem. So let's see if the MAG-15u is for you. The Eluktronics MAG-15u features a 15.6 inch magnesium alloy chassis weighing in at 3 pounds and is under 3/4 of an inch thick. The CPU is the i7-8565U, which is a 4-core, 8-thread, low-wattage chip with a 40-watt short-term power limit and a 25-watt long-term power limit. This has been very steady. The graphics card uses the MX250 2GB of VRAM, and it is the better 25-watt version as well. Single-channel memory only on this, and it doesn't matter what speed, it will lock itself to 2400 MHz regardless of the installed 2666. For storage, we have two M.2s available. The network interface card is the Intel 9560, and the 91 watt-hour battery has been good for 8 to 13 hours. There was only one time I was able to get it to die within 8 hours. Otherwise, 12 hours has been my average. All of this powered by the incredibly small in size 65 watt power supply. This is an incredibly easy laptop solution to carry with you day to day. The display uses a full HD 60Hz panel. It comes in at 93% standard RGB and is at 329 nits of brightness. Port selection includes one HDMI, good for 4K 30Hz, one USB-C for data transfer only, two USB 3.1s, one USB 2.0, a micro SD card reader, LAN, audio mic combo port, and a Kensington lock. The glass precision touchpad has been flawless. Double tap the top left to disable. The membrane keyboard has been excellent to type on, not too loud at all. We have white LED 2-stage. You can also turn this off. Not too visible in the daylight, but at nighttime where it counts, works just fine. And for Windows Hello, we have that awesome IR camera. Our 720p webcam and microphone look and sound like this. Keyboard strokes sound just like this, and maximum fan sounds just like that. Gosh, really, that's the maximum fan? I'm so used to that Asus mothership. This is so quiet. If this gaming center software is a sign of things to come, then I am all about it. Aside from excellent fan fine-tuning, we have a dedicated software button to max out the fans, along with 4 system performance modes between Office, High Performance, Equilibrium, and Power Saving. At this point, I did not notice a difference in CPU performance by switching between Equilibrium and High Performance. The Eluktronics MAG-15u is on the latest BIOS and easy firmware. Fan acoustics have been outstanding. Ambient temperature of 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Thermal throttle points of the GPU and CPU are at 94 degrees and 85 degrees Celsius, respectively. Typical max temperatures of the GPU would hit 80 degrees Celsius. Not once did I ever see it go higher, and this was on the automatic fan curve. Once again, for the automatic fan curve, 87 degrees Celsius for the CPU was the warmest that I had seen for a typical max temperature. Fire strike score, GPU 3600, CPU near 12,000. Time SPY, 1100 on the GPU, nearly 4000 for the CPU. 3D Mark 11, old school here, a little bit over 5000. Cinebench 20, just over 1500. Should you desire an undervolt, you can bump that up to around 1700. Cinebench 15, stock 690, with that same undervolt, 780. Keyboard temperatures where the WASD keys are, very cool. A little bit over to the right, it does get a little bit warmer. And speaker audio, not too bad. I've heard better, I've heard worse. Have a listen. The MX250 can handle those 5-year-old plus games pretty well, with some mixed medium, high, low settings. Counter-Strike Global Offensive here, typically not a problem holding over 60 FPS with a mixed amount of settings. 1080p resolution is running natively scaled to 100% across every title here today. Grand Theft Auto, Normal settings for the most part, again holding over 60 FPS regardless of the countryside or the busy cities. Overwatch is wonderfully optimized and it will use the hardware that you have, scales very well to settings, running a mix of high and low settings, again 100% native 1080p scaling here, very good frame rate, over 60 FPS, no problem. Rocket League with high quality settings for the most part, didn't have much of an issue keeping above 60 FPS 99% of the time. However, stepping into something such as Apex Legends, even with all low settings, averaging around 40 FPS at best, it was not the best experience, so just a heads up, the MX250 after all is not a gaming powerhouse, but it can hold its own depending on the title that you want to play. I like this laptop. Few shortcomings, however, single channel memory. Did I notice a need for dual channel? Most of the time, no. An MX250 is a pretty easy GPU to saturate. Having dual channel may help in certain instances. Nobody's going to deny that. Having single channel in here would be more impactful if the GPU was a much higher performing unit. When it comes to the micro SD card, I do happen to have one of these, so we can utilize this. It's okay, a little difficult to get out. I'm happy that there is a card reader here. Definitely full size would have been really nice. What about USB-C? Now it is data only. Some of you are going to wish to be able to charge a laptop with USB-C. In this one, you can't do it. What about Thunderbolt 3? It's not here either. But with that said, external GPU enclosures are a very neat solution, and the power supply that this thing comes with is very easy to take with you anyway, so I don't find it to be too terrible of a burden. Overall, the package here, for what it is, I think is quite magnificent. It's lightweight, very portable, has some of the best battery life that I have ever tested, perhaps industry leading at this point, realistically speaking. And if you just have to play some games with it on the side, well, it could do okay at that as well. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. This is the MAG-15u, and I'm Bob of All Trades, and I'll see you in the next video.